blimp, you may notice the white truck is out front. Our thanks to the Goodyear blimp, giving us the nice shot of the new race leader, Dave Rezendes, in front of the number 24 of Jack Sprague. As the Stars and Stripes look on from overhead, Rezendes is just having a terrific run here in the second half, Benny.
And he's being challenged for the lead down the front stretch, and give it back to Sprague.
Sprague's strategy to conserve tires has certainly, well, at least it's not apparent here. And the guys who have caused the difficulty for him, first Hornaday trying to get his lap back, now Rezendes, who wants to win the race, and for the second year in a row, kick off his campaign with a victory. He won last year at Homestead for the season opener.
Rezendes much love these Florida tracks. Now as they come down the home stretch, once again, Rezendes is running a completely different line down in 1 and 2 than is Sprague, and it seems to really be working for them.
I mentioned it's a Chevy-Ford battle. The Chevy in front of the two Fords at the moment. Add to Rezendes' credentials, 2 more wins last year, Nashville and Sears Point. Ruttman now sitting in the 3rd spot as the lead trio continue to try to pull away. Butch Miller sitting in the 4th position. Then comes Bickle in 5th. Hornaday is a lap down as a result of his tire troubles earlier in the race. 6th is Jimmy Hensley in 43. That's the top half dozen trucks. I think that's Kenny Irwin Jr. probably back there in 7th spot. Hornaday had a shot at him, Benny. Couldn't hang on to the tail end of the lead lap.
Well, he had his opportunity. He just could not. Truck was not exactly right. They did not take advantage of it.
What do you think about Sprague? Is he using up the tires as fast in the second half as he was in the first half? Well, theorize or speculate on that?
Evidently it is. He feels like he is not using the tires up, or he would be slowing down. So right now we're having some trouble with scoring the time, so that's one reason that we're going to take you back with the camera through the field and show you where your favorite truck driver may be running. Once again, this is on board with Jimmy Hensley. This is Richard Petty's Cummins Dodge truck. First race for Hensley in this vehicle.
Good matchup, I think, there. I just get the sense that Richard Petty and Jimmy Hensley are going to be a pretty good marriage. I'm pumped up about the opportunity to drive for the King.
The next truck behind them will be Rick Pirelli in the Remax.
Chevy. And it's a gap back to Pirelli. He is trying to run Hensley down, but it's a fair interval. I'd make it half a second. Back to the 7th place truck of Pirelli.
There we see Hornaday trying to get by Rich Bickle, and looks like he's going to be able to do it. So Bickle's diehard truck, evidently, the tires they changed not compatible to the truck, the springs and shocks, and he's struggling.
Well, they said the tires stayed under it for the first half, and he was pretty excited about that. Now we go further back and pick up.
We saw Rick Carter, we saw Carter go by. There's Kenny Irwin. There's the 32 of Kenny Hendrick, the Ultra Shield truck.
That was a lap down, I think. So that Refner should be at the tail end of the top 10. And then, of course, Nemechek, who lost a lap early because of a spin.
Nemechek in the 87, and he and Refner almost make contact. I don't know how these guys figure out when to back off and when to turn.
Well, I would speculate that you back off right after you make contact, just based on what we saw there.
And there we see Chuck Downer in 99. There's Ron Barfield in 94. This is Bill Elliott's truck. This year sponsored by the Super 8 motel chain.
The bound lose a lap he did, didn't he? I believe he did. I don't think he ever got that back. So he should be outside of the top 10, and the Barfield probably 11. Riding with Barfield, watching the trucks in front, scrambling for positions at the tail end of the top 10. We mentioned the cold weather. These trucks have tested and practiced here all weekend in temperatures that overnight were hovering down at the freezing mark. And yesterday it didn't get out of the 40s. A lot of Winston Cup personalities here. There is Barfield's owner, Bill Elliott, looking on and anticipating Daytona. The point I was going to make is that it finally is beginning to warm up a little bit here, and that could affect the handling of the trucks a little bit as we get up into the 60s. We'll be right back. In the Chevy Trucks Challenge at Orlando, bad has gotten worse. Ron Hornaday has hit the wall, climbed out of the truck, and then in obvious pain falls to the ground, and the medical personnel are moving to the scene. This happening just moments ago before we came out of the commercial. Let's take a look at what happened in number 16.
That's Toby Butler in the 34 truck, and they're going in the corner 3 abreast. And he makes contact. Horner goes up and slams the wall with the right side.
He comes back down. He hit it hard, and you'll see when he climbs out of the truck that he is in extreme pain.
We see him taking the belts off. Let's look at one more angle. We're going to see that Hornaday is going in the corner 3 abreast, and you know it's a struggle for 2, and in the wall awfully hard.
Hitting full flush on the passenger side, then back down into the infield. Hornaday being tended to by the medical crew. He's hustling to get out of that thing, getting the belts loose and so forth. But boy, once he came out of the window net, he hit the deck in a hurry, and he was holding his side like he might have taken a whack to the ribs.
I mean, it looks like Hornaday is up.
He's
now.
up. Yeah, that's good. That's good. So, was it 44 races in a row without failing to finish? Hornaday's string is broken here. The man who won the championship for Dale Earnhardt and Teresa Earnhardt in 1996 is off to a very rocky start in 97. He's walking away. We'll take a break and come back with more from Orlando. Let's take a look at your entire field. Scoring is now functional again, so this should be accurate. Bound and Nemechek are indeed on the lead lap. And as you take a look, you'll note starting positions on the right. So impressive runs for both Ruttman and Rezendes, who have come from the pack to challenge the pole sitter Sprague. Sprague led over half the laps in each of the last 2 races of last year, won them both, Phoenix and Las Vegas. Again, I'm very impressed with Toby Porter and the job he's done. Qualified 4th, crashed in qualifying, started from the back, and has come back to 18th spot. Tough luck for a lot of drivers here today, including most recently the reigning series champ Ron Hornaday, who crashed after going 3 wide in turn 3, and Bill Weber has the latest on that story.
Well, Ron's in the medical center right now. I just talked to his new crew chief, John Munson. He says Ron feels okay, suspects he may have a broken or fractured rib. They're going to check that out. Said there was some confusion in traffic about a truck that apparently waved that it was going to pit, but then did not. And the last thing Ron said to John was, go fix that truck because we're not done racing today.
Hornaday, of course, thinking in terms of points and the championship. He's fortunate that he'll have until the first weekend in March to heal up. That is the next race for the Truck Series. It'll be on ESPN in Tucson. Chris Morgan throws the green. We're back at it on lap 142.